We're staying at the Hoxton Paris. We just got in. It's 11:45 at night, so we're really just gonna head to bed, but yay! Thoughts on the hotel? It's really beautiful.
So beautiful, and this room is amazing.
The courtyard and the restaurants downstairs look lovely.
These little leather straps.
Kinky! Oh wow. This bathroom is stunning.
It's bigger than our first apartment, huh?
Literally. Is there a mini bar? Is that a sit?
It's a mini bar. There is water. Oh, look at this. How cute is this? Oh, Oatly. How small those are.
Oh my god, that is cute. Do you think, see if we could run out to like corner shop and get some snacks, or did you want to get a little takeout from downstairs?
Let me have a look at my phone.
Okay.
I do want to get some bowls of water. I just dropped.
In-room dining stopped at 11, so we just missed it because our flight out of Edinburgh was actually delayed several times. So anyway, here we are in Paris. I look like such a dork because I wore all my heaviest, bulkiest stuff. So I'm wearing Lululemon leggings, equestrian boots, a crew neck, and this fuzzy coat. I'm giggling a little bit because the Norway vlog starts with us landing and doing like a late night supermarket run for snacks. And now the Paris vlog is starting with us landing and going on a late night supermarket run. But we're just good at traveling together. We know what we like. We know what we like. And it's to get snacks the second we land in a new place. We're walking back to our hotel and we just saw a French woman leaning out of her window over those little balconies smoking a cigarette. And Matt was like, that's the French version of the Northern Lights. Like,
That's what you hope to come and see.
That's what you hope to come and see.
Authentic.
God, that was so French. I love it. I love it. Before showing you the rest of Paris, I want to take a brief moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skims. I'm home now, which you guys know I've been traveling for the last 2 weeks. I've been to Norway, I've been to France, spent some time in Scotland, but not in Edinburgh, and now I'm back home in Edinburgh. But it's been 2 weeks of travel, which means a lot of packing and unpacking and repacking, and the only intimates that I brought with me on that entire trip were Skims Fits Everybody pieces. This is the only style of underwear that I wear anymore. I have a ton of pairs in this brown color and in black. The reason I like them so much is because they feel weightless. When I'm wearing them, I don't even feel like I'm wearing underwear, which I love. This is the back. They're cheeky enough that I can wear them higher up on my hip, but they're not so cheeky that they're uncomfortable. They are without a doubt the most comfortable style of underwear that I own. I brought 3 styles of bra with me. This is the main style of bra I wear every day. I actually have 2 of these because I wear them so frequently. I like that the fabric molds to my body and it doesn't add any extra bulk, and I like that the cups come up a little bit higher on the top to give me more coverage. When I want the exact same feeling but I want to feel a little bit more cute, like when I'm going out at night, I wear this Fits Everybody bra, which is similar, but it has the lace lining at the top. Unlined bras and bras with no padding will always be my favorite because I like that they don't change the shape of my breast and they don't add volume that I don't want. The last type of bra is actually this bralette, no underwire, and this is the bra I wore on every travel day, every flight, every road trip, every drive. Again, it's just weightless, doesn't even feel like you're wearing anything because Skims Fits Everybody comes in gorgeous neutral color palettes. I like that it's so easy to wear matching sets. Skims also comes in sizes extra small up to 4XL. If you've never tried Skims Fits Everybody intimates before, I really recommend. I'm even getting my husband some Skims boxers for Christmas. I think they're the most comfortable under things I've ever put on. I love them. So if you want to check out the collection for yourself, you can go to skims.com/Mary. I'll put the link on the screen and also in the description box. If you try anything out, make sure to let them know I sent you when you get a drop-down menu. And with that, here is the rest of Paris. Hello from Paris. We're on week 2 of our Christmas, December travel extravaganza. We got back from Norway like 3 days ago or something. Did 1 day in Edinburgh to go to a friend Christmas dinner. And then we headed out the next day to Paris. We got in kind of late last night because even though the flight to Paris is only like an hour and a half from Edinburgh, our plane out was delayed multiple times. So we got in kind of late, so slept a little late, and this is our first thing that we're doing. So we are heading to the Louvre, obviously, Kind of crazy that the Louvre is the first thing we're doing in Paris. Really coming out swinging. So this week is a very different vibe than last week. Norway was all about like outdoorsy, adventuring, swimming in the Arctic Circle, feeding reindeers, sitting in the snow on a freezing mountaintop, looking at the Northern Lights. Different vibe. This vibe is about looking at art and culture and history, eating amazing food, and stimulating the local economy. That's this vibe.
Is your Eiffel Tower?
So the line for the Louvre outside is super long, but I literally saw a TikTok. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I saw a TikTok about the back entrance that you can go in and there's a shorter line and it's inside, so we're gonna try that. I don't know if it's gonna work. If it works, I will link the TikTok in the description box. So if you're coming to Paris, you can do it too. But here's where we are. You can see the Eiffel Tower back there. We have 2 full days in Paris and then flight out. It's Monday morning. Our flight out is Wednesday night, so we have 2 full days and then like a half day. So I have been on TikTok for the last month making this saved folder of like everywhere I want to go, everything I want to do. I'm excited because at this point I shouldn't even like disclaim my nerdy moments to you guys because like you know already. I'm sure this will be no surprise, but I was really into the Da Vinci Code book and movie for a while, and I would love to tell you that I'm excited for the Louvre because it's this iconic Parisian landmark and moment in culture. I am just thinking about the Da Vinci Code, but either way I'm excited. So okay, the TikTok said there's a shorter line through this entrance. So far seems promising. Definitely not gonna let me take this in. Oh, the taste of whole milk. It literally tastes like heavy whipping cream. If it does, it's worth a try. And at least you're waiting indoors. So shorter line is a bit of a misleading term. It is technically shorter, but it's still massive, but at least we're inside.
I don't know if this is true or not, but it gives the impression that they let down people in groups, upstairs, downstairs, with longer lines.
What are you most excited to see here?
I don't know, actually. All of it, really.
All of it? I'm really excited to see Venus de Milo, the Venus de Milo, and the Raft of Medusa.
David with Goliath's head.
Ooh, did you hear that? David with Goliath's head. Obviously the Mona Lisa is here, but I know there's going to be a huge line to see that. We'll obviously have to see it to say we did, but I would say I'm more excited for the Venus de Milo. So I didn't know that under here it's this big shopping center, and there's a bunch of stores down here that I want to go to while we're in Paris anyway, like Sandro. Obviously not going to get out of the line to do it, but I'm ready to shop.
Hi. Well, that impression.
There's whole milk in my matcha because the options were either whole milk or oat milk. I don't really love oat milk anymore. And it is so thick it tastes like heavy whipping cream. And I'm a little worried because we've been traveling for a week now and so my stomach is not doing fantastic, but like this is the land of food. But I didn't come here to not enjoy that, so my stomach needs to get itself in gear. Genuinely. It's so intricate. We finished up at the Louvre. It was incredible. And we're on Rue Saint-Honore. I went to Le Labo to get a city exclusive fragrance, and I'll tell you guys about that later. But we've just popped into a restaurant to get some lunch. We haven't eaten anything yet today, so we're really ready. I got a Caesar salad and Matt got beef tartare. But can we talk about what a giant pile of raw meat that is? That is huge. Lunch was so good. Had a salad. It was exactly what my body has needed lately. And now we are walking down one of the most iconic shopping streets in Paris. I told Matt this street's gonna be hard for me. This is really gonna test me and my resolve and my self-control and my willpower in ways that don't get tested every day. I do want to go in the Hermes flagship store just to see it. That a little bit further down, the Chanel and the Dior decorate their storefronts for Christmas. And so there's lights and I think Chanel has big bows on it. So there's just some cool Christmas displays that I'd like to see. And I'm just enjoying, you know, just walking down the street. Like, this is a very iconic and famous street in Paris. So I'm admiring all the beautiful luxury stores we're walking past, and Matt is admiring all the beautiful luxury cars parked out front of the stores. Look how pretty that is. Hey guys, checking back in. It's a couple hours later. We've had some chill time at the hotel. I got a bunch of work done. Matt read his book. He went down to read his book in the cafe downstairs while I was working, so he's on his way back up to get ready for dinner. I just got ready for dinner. This is part of my outfit with that fluffy coat I was wearing yesterday on top. It's so dark in here. There are no extra lights in this hotel room. There we go. Okay, this is my outfit. I'm wearing a black long sleeve bodysuit from Aritzia, sparkly shorts, tights, and these boots. I wish these boots had a skinnier heel. That's okay. And then I'm wearing that fluffy coat that you saw me in last night. Okay, I know this is a really weird lighting setup. I apologize, but I wanted to show you what I got from Le Labo earlier. So Vanille 44 is a Le Labo fragrance that you can only get in Paris. It's a city exclusive, but it's at all the Le Labos in Paris. And I think this is such a cool souvenir because rather than get something that's corny or cheesy or just something you're never gonna use or it doesn't even look that good, I think this is such a great souvenir for me because when you buy a Le Labo when you buy a Le Labo fragrance, they print a label that shows the city you got it and you can put your name on it and it shows the date that you purchased it. So this is a Paris exclusive fragrance and it also has a custom label that says compounded in Saint Honore by Manon. Okay, it doesn't actually say Paris, but oh no, it does. On December 9th for Mary. So here's what it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry, this lighting situation is absolutely atrocious. So you can see the info on it there. Now I knew that this existed, but I did tell myself going into it, I'm not gonna buy this fragrance if I don't actually like it. I'm only gonna purchase, because Le Labo is not a cheap brand, so I'm not gonna purchase unless I genuinely love it. But this is a peppery vanilla. Smelled it once and I was like, yes, I need it. The fun thing is they compounded this on site for me. I watched them mix this fragrance in front of me, and they said because they mixed it right in front of me that day, I actually have to wait 2 or 3 days before I can spray this, which is a little bit of a bummer, but still really cool for the whole experience. But yeah, I have to wait 2 or 3 days to spray it because they literally today mixed this and put it in this bottle. So I thought that was really fun.
Well, you need to mention that you can actually get it refilled outside outside of Paris.
Once you have, Matt brought up a great point, once you have this bottle, you can get it refilled at any Le Labo anywhere in the world at a 20% discount because they have all the ingredients. They can just mix it up right there. Yeah. Of course, if they can make it anywhere, why do they only sell this in Paris? To be exclusive, yeah. To be, it's like,
it's the whole store.
That's their thing, that's their thing. But yeah, so once I finish this, I can take it to any Le Labo and they will refill it for 20% with a 20% discount. So I thought that was really cool. But this is a Paris souvenir for me and I just think that's so cool. And it's also kind of fun because when I moved to the UK, I said this in the vlog, but when I moved to the UK, I stopped in Heathrow for a layover and I went to Le Labo in Heathrow and I bought 50 ml, same size, of another 13 because they printed it for Mary in London with my moving date on it. So now I have a bottle that will forever have the date of my move etched on it and I love that fragrance. And now this is from my first time in Paris. So I just love that. And you can put anything on the labels, like people get them as gifts and so, you know, it says for so-and-so, I just put my own name. You can write a word, you can write a phrase. I think there's a limit to the number of characters, but you can write anything you want on the label within a certain limit. And I just think that's really fun and really special. And it was just so cool to watch them make it. They were doing science in front of us.
Some alchemy at the back there.
I'm doing some alchemy. We're going to a place called Onyx tonight, but we're gonna head downstairs and get a quick glass of wine before we head out. Matthew got to this restaurant and decided one pile of raw meat was just not enough for one day. He's going back for more. A lot of what?
A liver king.
What is that?
No, you know.
Fromage. That's why we're here. That's why we came to Paris.
What is that?
Fromage. I haven't really said anything in the vlog so far today. It's our second day in Paris. We've just been walking around enjoying the city. I think we've already walked 2-3 miles today. We don't have any set plans, no reservations, no ticketed things. So we're just walking as much as we can. There's beautiful things to see all over Paris. We are currently at the iconic Arc de Triomphe. It is so much bigger in person. I'm on Champs-Élysées right now. I don't know if I've said this so far in this vlog, but I sincerely apologize for how horribly I'm mispronouncing everything. But I'm on Champs-Élysées and I just wanted to show you guys this Louis Vuitton building. It's gonna be a hotel, but it actually stopped us in our tracks when we saw it. So the building right next to it is a Louis Vuitton store. This is going to be a hotel opening in 2026. And it's modeled after their iconic trunk, but I don't know if you guys can really tell how big this is, if that is coming across on camera, but it is absolutely massive and one of the coolest pieces of branding and marketing that I've ever seen, because not only is the Louis Vuitton print so recognizable, but this trunk, iconic. I just can't believe that. It's so pretty in real life as well. Final day in Paris. Guess what I'm walking underneath right now? The Eiffel Tower. We have tickets to go up. I got the tickets that have a lift. Looks like it's over there maybe?
There's east.
I ended up having to buy tickets for a later time slot than the one I had originally booked because there was so much traffic getting here that we missed our first time slot. So that was a little bit annoying, but I'm still really, really glad that we have been able to come. Let's see, where do I go? No idea where to go. Anyway, it is our final day in Paris. Didn't vlog a lot yesterday because all we did was walk around. We walked miles and miles, just enjoying all the sights, and it was nice. And then we had a really good dinner at a Japanese-French fusion restaurant. Our flight tonight is at 10 p.m. So we checked out of our hotel, stored our luggage at the hotel. We're doing the Eiffel Tower, and then we have tickets to Musée d'Orsay, which everyone is telling me that they enjoyed that museum even more than the Louvre. It has a bunch of Van Gogh pieces. Really excited. It's a smaller museum and it's meant to be less crowded, so I think it'll be like a more pleasant walking around experience. This has been a very heavy sightseeing, touristy trip, but I feel like that's also why I haven't vlogged quite as much, because I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm just going to like the major tourist spots, which I'm really enjoying. I don't mind being a tourist. I don't mind people knowing I'm a tourist. I feel like whenever you watch travel content, people are always saying like, here's what to wear so that you don't look like a tourist or whatever. And obviously you want to be safe, but I don't care looking like I don't care if I look like a tourist. And I love doing tourist things, especially when it's like the first time going to a new city. Like my first time in Paris, of course I want to go to the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre and see all these things that you hear about your whole life. So I checked the tickets and I have no idea where we're meant to go. I think that way?
No, that's only color over.
Okay, I'm also really freezing today because I packed most of my clothes away, and I'm wearing kind of a thin shirt under this coat because I didn't realize how windy it was gonna be, and Matt's pretty cold too, so we honestly might be headed to a store after the Eiffel Tower to buy a sweater just because today is so cold. It's been a really good trip, and I think this has been a great itinerary for your first time in Paris. Like if you only have 2.5, 3 days in Paris, I think we've crammed in a lot, but it's been so busy. We've been walking like 20, 30,000 steps every day. I think yesterday we walked 10 miles. And I'm honestly just so grateful, and I've been saying this to Matt non-stop for the last week and a half, but I just grew up. I hope you can hear me from the wind. I grew up in the type of town where nobody ever leaves, ever. It's like a lot of you guys on this channel can relate and grew up in similar environments, and if you're someone who grew up like that and then had to fight really hard to make your life different, you'll understand me when I say that getting to do things like this is very emotional for me. Like obviously living in Europe is something I've always wanted for my whole life, but then, you know, getting on a hour-and-a-half flight to Paris, being able to get to Norway in a couple hours, having the ability and the opportunity to travel, period, like not even travel internationally, just travel, period, is something that I didn't see anybody doing when I was growing up, but I knew I always wanted, and I made so many choices from the time I was young to try to change the course of my life to get me in this position where I'm able to do it. And I still have like so many goals for myself and so many things I still want to do and so many choices I'm still making to try to keep shaping my life in the direction I want it to be. But I just had a very emotional past week and a half, and I've had so much gratitude because I didn't know anybody who was leaving my town or seeing the world or anything, and I knew that I wanted to, and it cost me a lot personally, and to be quite honest, it took like a lot of courage and a lot of like really scared times for me to go out on my own and change my life. So I say all that to say that these are experiences that I'm enormously grateful for, and I never take for granted, because I know like I know how lucky I am to be able to do them now, but I also know how hard I worked to get to this point, so I'm very, very grateful. Even though it's cold. Okay, we're in line for the lift now, so I need to stop rambling. But the fact that these experiences are so special is not lost on me whatsoever, and it's something that I'm enormously grateful for. I don't know if this is common knowledge, and I'm the only one who didn't know, but did you guys know the Eiffel Tower is actually brown? I'm on the second floor right now, but it's brown. I don't know why I always thought it was like gray. This is the view from the second floor. We still have to head up to the top. So we still have to go all the way up there. I had no idea it was this color. How you doing, Matt?
This is about as high as I like it.
Matt doesn't love heights.
No, I hate it.
He hates heights. I was being nice. He hates heights.
No.
Here.
Terrified.
Here. Invite the good man to come with us.
There's a completely enclosed glass portion right below this, so Matt's down there. I don't know if he's gonna come up here. It is high. This top section has this cage basically around it, so that you're never actually like dangling over the edge. The Olympic rings are still up. I got a good picture of the rings in front of the Eiffel Tower. How cool. I wonder how long they'll leave them up for. Do those stay up permanently? Like once a city has hosted the Olympics, do they always have rings? Much to research, much to figure out.